Right now, everyone's sending in baby filters of me. What are you doing? Welcome back. The Blues can clinch their spot in the Stanley Cup final with a win over the Sharks tonight in Game 6. Sharks will be without Erik Karlsson, Thomas Hertl, and Joe Pavelski missed the morning skate and is now a game-time decision for this, an elimination game for the San Jose Sharks.
Big CBC tonight. Time now for 3 of 31 with Elliotte Friedman, brought to you by the next generation GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Elliotte Friedman joining us. Fried, it is great to see you. I love me some San Jose and Pete DeBoer. I respect Pete a great deal. Fried, this is a hell of a pickle they are in tonight. How do they get through this, missing the bodies they are going to miss / could potentially miss?
You know, Sid, the funny thing is all the stuff I've done today, all the media has been San Jose's got no chance tonight, right? Like, they are being totally counted out in this game tonight because of the list of injuries you guys just rattled off. I think if there's one thing we've learned in these playoffs, weird things happen to the Sharks, and weird things in good ways. So I don't know if that luck is going to continue or not, but the fact is, in the NHL playoffs right now, we've learned to expect the unexpected. I can't tell you how many people have said to me they think it's going to be like 7-1 Blues tonight, and I'm like, I say to people, I don't know how you can say that. If we have learned anything about these NHL playoffs this year, it's that weird stuff happens, and weird stuff happens a lot.
Wouldn't this story be awesome if Joe Thornton was able to put this team on his broad shoulders in this spot? I mean, listen, I understand that the scrutiny of history rarely looks at the specifics, and if this team misses this opportunity, he will wear it just like he has worn it before, whether it's true or not. How amazing would it be to see Thornton be able to pull this off and do something special for this team?
Well, I mean, it would be an incredible scene, and you know, as these playoffs have gotten on, you know, unfortunately, it's looked like it's gotten harder and harder for him to keep up and to be Joe Thornton. But again, you write him off at your own peril. And you know, for me, when I watch games, I root for good stories. I want people to make it easy on me to talk, and Kelly and Nick in the intermissions about you don't want it to be hard to pick clips. You want to be able to say, oh, that's an easy one, you're going to talk about that. Oh, that's an easy one, you're going to talk about that. And Joe Thornton coming out tonight and having a big game, that makes it nice and easy.
Yeah.
Fried, what's the more prevalent feeling comparing the two teams whenever you reach a Game 6 like this where the home team has a shot at wrapping it up? The excitement of the home team to do just that, or the desperation of the road team to bring it back to their barn?
I think the excitement of the home team is always better. I mean, no matter who you were rooting for in the last series, when you saw the Blues win that Game 7 in overtime over Dallas, and the scene there of Gloria playing and the players going bananas, and John Hamm, the star of Mad Men, giving the big hug to Pat Maroon after that game, I thought it was incredible. Like, you know, I've been lucky in my career to be in great atmospheres where a championship's been won or a big event's been won, and you look around and you're like, what an awesome moment to be part of this. Like, you think about all those people who were at Scotiabank Arena last Sunday night to watch Kawhi Leonard hit that big shot against the Philadelphia 76ers. You think all of those people weren't saying this is one of the best things I've ever been fortunate enough to appear at in my entire life? Moments like that you live for. And if the Blues win tonight, and if Gloria is pounding and they're all jumping around crazy at the thought about going to their first Stanley Cup final in 49 years, you don't think that's something that all those people are going to remember for the rest of their lives? That's a great scene. And you would give probably a small part of your body to be part of that. Not like one that you really need, but maybe like an appendix or something like that.
Look,
Tip of a finger.
You're right. Everyone in St. Louis, if they win that game tonight, will be losing it, except for Jordan Binnington. Jordan Binnington will walk back to the skate back to the bench like it was the morning skate.
Yes, yes. You know, if they win the Stanley Cup, is like, are they going to hand him the cup and he's going to say, bah, big deal, give it to somebody else?
He's that kind of guy.
He is cool. Like, you know, I remember a few years ago, I can't remember where I read it, but in one of those, you know, magazines we all read, there was a big article, you know, the death of cool. And I liked that. I thought that was really good. Like, you know, who are the people who are really that way anymore? Jordan Binnington, he's cool. I like that. I like the way he reacts.
It would be a scene, and they're coming to call this the heartland of hockey. They had that 2016 where they had 5 first-round picks. This will mean something to that city.
Yep.
Maybe not like a Canadian city, but it'll mean something to that city.
Absolutely.
And Sid and I were talking earlier about the rumors surrounding Patrick Waugh in
Yep.
Ottawa, and meaning something to the city. Patrick Waugh in Ottawa would create quite the stir. What are you hearing about this? Is this an actual possibility? How far down the road are they? Because it's remarkably juicy.
Well, it's his first interview is today, and I mean they've been seen together in Montreal. The reports are all over the place. So, and I had heard it was going to be today, so it makes all the sense in the world that they've been seen. You know, I think it's a wild card. I don't believe at the beginning of this process, if you would have said to me that Patrick Waugh was a favorite, I would have believed that. I'm still not sure what to make of it, but he's in the process. The one thing I think that's most interesting is if you go back a few years ago to the day Patrick Waugh quit as head coach of the Colorado Avalanche, he quit in August. He quit through a PR firm without telling anybody that on the Avalanche that he was going to do it. They were totally taken aback. And there were people who said that he will never get to coach in the NHL again because of the way he did this. So I think this is Patrick Waugh's way of saying, I'm back and I'm interested and I want to be a coach in the National Hockey League, and anybody who counts me out, you are mistaken. And, you know, I think if LA had not hired Todd McClellan, I think there was a chance that Patrick Waugh was going to be in that mix. You know, Rob Blake knows him well.
Yeah.
But this, I think, is Waugh's way of saying, guys, you may have thought that my NHL coaching days were over. They're not. And even if I don't get this job, I'm going to be back in the mix. And the other thing, guys, I think it tells a lot of people, if you take a look at some of these salaries for these coaches, everybody's noticing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be interesting on that front. The Oilers, Friedge, the other Canadian team with a head coaching vacancy. And more news today. VP of Player Personnel Dwayne Sutter left the organization today. Craig McTavish, not that long ago, took a different position. He left the organization. Where do you see this hunt ending? Who looks like a guy to you that is a serious contender?
Well, at the beginning, I said I thought Dave Tippett would be the leading candidate, and I like to stick with what I say until proven wrong, because when I'm proven wrong, I want it to be in the most painful way possible. So I'm sticking with Dave Tippett. I still think he is the favorite, but I do believe they are interviewing other candidates. My information is that Dave Tippett will meet with the Oilers later this week, and I think that he is still the #1 guy on the list, but I think they have looked at some other guys just in case. You know, I believe DJ Smith, the Toronto assistant, would be one of those people. I wouldn't be surprised if John Stevens, the former head coach of the Kings and Flyers, is another guy potentially on their radar, but I still do believe Tippett is the #1 guy.
Elliotte, always great catching up with you. We know it's always a game day, so thank you for doing this.
What do you guys think tonight?
You know what? I think the unthinkable happens, and I think they're going 7.
Okay,
I think something weird happens.
I think he was talking about the
I
Raptors.
wouldn't.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
but I agree with you. Like I wouldn't be surprised at all if San Jose won this game. But what do you think, Raptors tonight, boys?
Yeah, like I was saying, Friedge.
Listen, we can talk both. It's fine. But I think when he added
I
on,
just
it was Raptors.
I feel dumb. I should have figured out what he was talking about. I don't think Kawhi has that kind of game in him tonight, and I'll leave it at that. What do you
All
think?
right.
What do you think, Friedge?
I don't know. I think Milwaukee is so good. I don't think it's just like a shot at the Raptors at all. I just look at that Milwaukee team, man, and they are really
They got a
good.
bunch
Tried
of
to
dudes who
warn
can
people
be.
before this series started, Friedge, that they were really
I
good.
wasn't a believer like that. I'm
Are you a believer now?
I'm starting to come around. Yes.
I think they're really good.
All right, enjoy both games, Friedge.
All right, guys, take care.